I was impressed with that move you pulled. Bang.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's me, it's G, it's a double MD, the undefeated, undisputed YouTube champion. That's right, it's the Maverick, Mark Daniels, here with episode 294. Can you believe it's been 294 episodes already? We're almost to 300. But anyways, if you missed last episode, guys, we went to Murky Cave. We found a bunch of Hoot Hoots. Unfortunately, none of them were shiny, but that's okay, because a lot of Hoot Hoot encounters is still pretty good. Today we're going to be going to Fantasy Strait, chasing after a shiny Altaria, that golden goose. And that's what we're going for here today. So, let's see here. It is the Fantasy Strait. There it is, the last one there. Yeah, that's the team we'll take, so let's jump into it. 25 floor dungeons, so we'll probably just do this one dungeon today. We'll go back and check, of course, the bulletin board and things like that. See if there's a Pokemon in there that we can use for our Pokedex. And speaking of Pokedex, if you look at the top left of your screen, guys, you'll notice a little number. And that is 456 out of 473. That number, guys, includes every single individual Pokemon in the Pokedex, including all 28 shinies, which we have 24 of, and all 28 unknown, which we have all 28 of. I know, it sounds crazy. No one in the right mind would do such a thing. Honestly, no one in the right mind would make a living Pokedex out of a game like this. But here we are. That's why we're almost 300 episodes deep. We've been playing this game for nearly 2 whole years. Which is insane. Anywho. It'd be what, in March it would be 2 years? We're not going to make it tomorrow. Well, there's a possibility that we do, so I don't want to say we're not going to. However, the likelihood is very, very low, obviously. Let's see. So we have 2 Pokemon so far. No, we have 3. I forgot about Rattata. I was here sitting here flapping my damn gums. Obviously, the likelihood is very small, right, that we would be here in March. Because we're not missing that many Pokemon, and really the hardest ones to get will be the 4 shinies and Riolu. Everything else is pretty easy to get, to be honest. So right now we're just trying to get 5 wild Pokemon to join us so we can increase our odds of recruiting Pokemon in case we do run into a shiny Altaria. There is a monster house. We will take a look in there. I keep forgetting I have Drill Run. But it worked out. It worked out. There should be another Pokemon right around here. Guess not. There's one coming our way though. It's a Weedle. It's a Weedle. False swipe. Alright. Weedle joining the squad. Alright, so we have a full 5 for the squad up ability or rare quality. Son of a gun. We'll use Reviver Seed, that's fine. Didn't see that Rattata there. Alright, we're gonna go into this monster house. We've yet to get a shiny in a monster house, so I would love to see one. Ooh, we got our first Altaria encounter. I saw that yellow symbol and my heart skipped a beat, but it's not shiny, unfortunately. As I kind of alluded to earlier, the game audio is a little loud. Let me turn that down just a hair. It's a little bit louder than I want it to be, just a little bit. There we go. Just a little hair below. But as I alluded to earlier about the golden goose, right? Shiny Altaria is golden instead of blue. Pretty obvious there. That's what I was going for. Alright, so we have a decoy orb. Honestly, don't care about the held items over there or the ether. That's fine. We're just gonna move on to the next floor. So we got our first Altaria encounter. In these like 25 foot dungeons, I'd like to see at least 2, you know, rare encounters to feel good about the run, right? Even if it's not a shiny, I want a chance. Just let me see some rare encounters. Let me have a chance to get in the shiny. That's all I'm asking for, you know? I'm going to go ahead and turn our attacks back on as well, so we can move on a little bit faster through this dungeon. Oh, our second Altaria right there. So now I'm satisfied regardless of what happens with the rest of this run, right? We got our 2 encounters. Feeling good about that. It is a normal Altaria, that's fine. As I mentioned, doesn't have to be a shiny or tall, although it'd be sick if it was. Get that all done. But you know, I just want a chance. That's all I want. That's all I want. And I was gonna say, actually, when we do get our next shiny, whether it's this episode or in 5 episodes, 10 episodes, whatever, right? We are going to go down the Pokédex of Pokemon that we need numerically, and we're gonna go into the dungeon to get that Pokemon or whatever the case might be. And well, any other Pokemon we need in that dungeon will also pick up, and we'll kind of just finish up the rest of the Pokédex that way. To kind of break up the monotony a little bit, right? Because if we get all the Pokemon that we can get very easily now, then literally the next like 30 episodes is me just trying to hunt shiny Pokemon, and that's it. And I feel like that might be kind of monotonous, right? That's just my own personal opinion, though. I could be completely wrong. I see a shining item over here. I don't really care for it. We're gonna grab it anyways. It's a protein. I'll move on this way. Those blast traps are always scary. Alright, 5th floor. Alright, moving on. 6th floor. Our attacks are back on now, right? I did. I couldn't remember if I turned them off when we saw the Altaria pop up. So I was thinking about turning them off, but I was like, we got plenty of time before we like, you know, Hanamaru starts shocking the shit out of everybody. So we should be fine, and we were. Okay, let's not do that because we'll split up our party. I don't want to do that. You know what's crazy is, if we do play this game until March, we would have played Mystery Dungeon just in general for 3 years straight. Because before we started this series, we played through the Blue Rescue Team on the Nintendo DS, which is what this is a remake of. And that wasn't done purposely. I had zero idea they were going to remake this game. It was just a complete coincidence, right? I'm going to bring my party down here. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Well, we lost 2 Pokemon today. I'm gonna let you take the helm here. Let me just God damn it. I accidentally let Weedle go in front of me. The disrespect. I didn't want to join us. Well, now we gotta recruit more Pokemon. Was there a fainted Pokemon on this floor? I didn't even notice what it was. Oh, yeah, it was a Grimer. I did see it now that I saw the Grimer. I do remember seeing it. Alright, Pinsir. So we need 3 Pokemon. That guillotine could have connected. That would have been it. Now we have to get rid of some of these KO'd Pokemon. Electabuzz. Big ol' false swipe. But yeah, so we played through Blue Rescue Team on the DS, like I was saying, and that took about a year to get through. And it just so happened, as we were finishing that game up, they announced the remake for this game. Then Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX, and in that game we also completed a Living Dex as well. So when they announced this game, as we were finishing up that one, I was like, well, we got to play this one too. And we also got to do a Living Dex because that's what we did for this one. So it's crazy to think about that we've been playing Mystery Dungeon basically, because this is a remake of that game. We've been playing the same game for almost 3 years. It's really weird to think of it that way because it honestly doesn't feel like that at all. But it is. It's true. Pretty wild to think about, man. I would love if they announced another Mystery Dungeon. It feels like the remake of Explorers of Time, Darkness, and Sky. Or just a whole new, Mystery Dungeon would be sick too. But I don't think we'll get one for a while, to be honest with you. I think we will get one, at least one more, before we go to like the next gen of Nintendo consoles. But I don't think it's going to be within the next like year or two. I think we're more likely to get a Pokemon Let's Go game next, as far as like spin-offs go. Although I guess you can technically count Pokemon Legends Arceus a spin-off. I mean, we don't really know, but I feel like it's more of a spin-off than like a mainline game, personally. But it's the game I'm most excited for right now. There is no other game that I'm excited about more than Legends Arceus, period. I'm also not someone who buys like every brand new game that comes out. I used to. When I was younger, back when I was going to like college and stuff, I would constantly buy like brand new games, but then I would never play them. So I stopped doing that. So I only buy games that I know I'm going to play. So as far as like future games that are coming out, Gallade. We have Gallade, right? I'm 99.9% sure we do. But just in case, let me just double check. Yeah, we do. Okay, I thought we did. But like games that are coming out soon that I'm gonna be picking up. Obviously, I'm gonna get. I mean, I don't really count this, but obviously the new Call of Duty, Vanguard. I bought it with Blizzard currency that I got from World of Warcraft, so basically it's free. So Call of Duty, which I'm not like excited for. It's Call of Duty. I mean, it'll be fine, I'm sure, and it's fun to play with friends, but it's not a game that I actively get excited for. I don't get excited for like those kind of games anymore. When I was younger, I would get a little bit more excited. We'd go to like midnight releases and stuff, but as I've gotten older, I mean, it's basically the same game, right? That I've been playing for the last year, so. The only difference is like there'll be some new maps, new guns, things of that nature. Oh, it's been a minute since we've done this. Sandstorm. What else is coming out that I'll be picking? Obviously, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl coming out in just a couple weeks. I already have it pre-ordered through Pokemon Center. I've mentioned this before, so I'm not going to go into details about it, but I'm looking forward to it. But they are just remakes. I don't expect to see anything like unique or exciting in terms of like surprises in that game, but it should be fun to play. We'll do a Living Dex, things like that. Play through the game, have fun. What else is coming out that I'll be picking up? The new Spider-Man. I don't have a PS5, so I won't be playing that anytime soon. And I don't know if the Wolverine game that they announced pretty recently also is just PS5 exclusive. I have no idea. But anything PS5 exclusive, I don't have a PS5. And I don't have any intention of buying a PS5 anytime soon. So none of that stuff will be happening for sure. If I can't play it on my PC or my Nintendo Switch, then I'm probably not getting it, right? Now, luckily, a lot of games that come out like on the Xbox, right? I can get on PC, so I can play those, right? So like I could play like Halo Infinite if I wanted to, and I've considered it, but I haven't really enjoyed and like really played. And when I mean play, I mean like play for hundreds of hours. A Halo game since Halo 3. I played a little Halo Reach. A lot of multiplayer stuff through Halo Reach. I never played any of the other Halos though. Besides, you know, Halos 1, 2, 3, ODST. Halo Reach was the last one I played. And I wasn't really too into it. I didn't have an Xbox One. So I never really played any of the other any of the other Halo games. Son of a biscuit. This mischievous ruining everything here for us. Grab a Murkrow maybe. I'm trying to think if there's any other games coming out in the like near future that I'm excited for. I guess Digimon Survive, if that game's ever gonna come out, seems interesting. I mean, Breath of the Wild 2, of course. But I mean, who knows when that's coming out? I don't think they never announced a date for that, have they? I do want to play Metroid Dread at some point. But I'm kind of being patient because I don't have I'm gonna play it on the channel obviously, and I don't have a time slot for it yet. Like I don't have a place I could just like, you know, put it, you know, to play it. So I don't want to buy it just yet because of that purpose. But oh, for fuck's sakes, this is starting to piss me off. We do have a monster house over here. Maybe we can get another Altaria. We've seen 2 so far, but we're not having much luck beyond that. I do need 1. I need 2 more Pokemon because we just lost one, right? Yeah, we need 1 more. Sorry, I didn't see the Weedle. Didn't get him. Double false swipe. I'm trying to think of this. I can't really think of any other. Like, I don't get too excited for games as much, like, in general. I guess the next God of War game, but again, PS5, I'm assuming, exclusive. I haven't even played the other God of War yet. I have it for the PS4. Got it last year during Black Friday. Almost a full year ago. And I had every intention of playing it this year, but I just haven't had a chance to yet. Alright, so no Altarias in this bunch. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty much just Pokemon Legends Arceus that I'm like really excited for. There's other stuff that I'm gonna pick up or might pick up, but I'm not necessarily like super excited for. We already replaced it, huh? I'm sitting here flapping my gums and I can't remember if I've recruited Pokemon. So bad. Alright, let me take an Ether for our Heat Wave. And for our Flame Burst apparently too, huh? Damn. I think we stepped on a trap for that one though. Let me know what games you guys are excited for that are coming out. Because honestly, nothing else is really coming to mind for me, personally. As you guys can pretty much, like, imagine, I'm pretty much... Like, I like a wide variety of games, obviously. But I'm mostly a Nintendo boy. Like I love them. I love my Nintendo games. That's what mostly gets me excited. Is, you know, if a new Mario game were coming out, I'd be excited. Or obviously, god damn it, wrong attack. Obviously, like, you know, Pokemon always gets me. A new Pokemon game always gets me excited. I know there's a new Kirby. I never really played Kirby games. I played a couple back in the day, like Super Nintendo, and they're fine. Nothing against Kirby games, but they're honestly a little too easy for me. You know what I mean? Just personally, they're fun. They're just pretty easy. There's not much of a challenge to it, in my opinion. And of course, just in case, you know, you're new to the channel or you haven't heard me say this before, in regards to Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, when the game comes out, I'm going to record a video, upload it right away, as soon as I can. As soon as I can get one uploaded, it's going to be uploaded, and we're going to be doing one video a day, probably 3 p.m. Central Standard Time slot. And we're just gonna keep uploading those until we're done with the series. So it might take like a month, maybe a month and a half, I'm guessing, to probably complete it all. Do all the bonus stuff, do the living decks, things like that. Maybe if there's like some sort of Pokemon contest in the game, which I think there is. Maybe we'll try to get all the ribbons or something. We'll figure it all out. But let's say it takes a couple months. At most, I would guess. We will basically just keep every day, just one video a day for that until it's done. Same thing for Legends Arceus. Because once we're done with this game, as you guys know, Pokemon Snap is going up on the channel, finally. I've only been sitting on these Pokemon Snap videos that are recorded since the game came out. Which was like, what, in April? I think the game came out in April. So... March or April, one or the other. But yeah. And I have a lot of those pre-recorded. I actually haven't finished the game yet. I really should. I just haven't had time. I really should try to finish that like real soon, so it's just done. But we're going to be 100% in that game. We're going to be collecting all the 4-star pictures and behaviors in that game. So look forward to that. And the game is fantastic. Probably, no, not even probably. And I don't care what anybody says to me. It's not going to change my mind. For me personally, new Pokemon Snap, game of the year for me. Not even joking. Game of the year for me. I liked it that much. As I mentioned in my top 25 video games of all time, I think it was 25. Or was it 20? I think it was top 25. Kind of a spoiler alert. I mean, it's an old video at this point, but new Pokemon Snap made that list for me. I liked it that much. It was one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Pokemon experiences I've ever had. It's so much fun. And it blew away my personal expectations for the game, so definitely look forward to that game on the channel. Alright, so we have another Altaria. This is our third Altaria. And a Sandstorm. We're not going to do it again. We already did it once. Don't want to do it too much. Make sure the attacks are off. They are. Oh, he survived? Holy crap, that Larvitar's got some HP on him. It's always annoying. Not shiny, but that's okay. 3 encounters is still pretty good. And we could probably get one more, I mean, if we're lucky. Still got a few floors to go through. $22. Yeah, at this point, I'm trying to avoid as many spoilers for Pokemon Legends Arceus as I can. And I'm gonna basically just try to like complete it over the weekend it comes out, like I did with Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield was so much fun. I know a lot of people don't like Sword and Shield, whether or not you just like, you know, have your personal reasons for disliking it, which I totally understand. Or if you're just someone who's bandwagoning, didn't even play the game. There are people like that, and that's fine. But I really enjoyed Sword and Shield because I went into that game completely blind. I had no idea, with the exception of like the starter Pokemon, I had no idea what Pokemon were in the game, what they look like, none of the Galarian forms. So going in there, discovering all these brand new Pokemon I've never seen before was one heck of a ride, man. It was so much fun. And I finished that game in just a couple days. And then we did all the like bonus stuff as well, and then we did all the DLCs as time went on as well, in the expansion pass. But man, was that so much fun going into a brand new generation of Pokemon, spoiler free. I mean, if you can manage to pull it off like I did, highly recommend it because it's so much fun that way. It was kind of like, I don't know, like when I was a kid, right? My knowledge of Pokemon was very, obviously like anybody when they first get into it, was very limited. So playing through like Pokemon Red and Blue, like I've seen some familiar faces obviously from the anime. But the internet wasn't as, you know, prevalent as it is today. It wasn't as easily accessible as it is today, right? Like everyone literally has internet on their phone, right? And we didn't have that. So when like Silver and Gold came out, especially, I didn't know any of these Pokemon outside of the ones that were in the Pokemon movies, which I think was what, Meryl and Snubbull. I think that's the only two that was spoiled in one of those like Pikachu like vacation shorts or whatever. I think it was just those two, Grunbull and Meryl. It's been a long time, probably since then, that I've seen those movies. Back in 2000? Was that in 2000? Because that's when Pokemon 2000 came out. No, because it probably would have been the shorts for the first movie. It doesn't matter. Long story short, I don't care about these boxes anymore, dude. Long story short, you know, as a kid going through these games for the first time, not knowing who these Pokemon are, you know, I did that with 2nd gen, 3rd gen too, 4th gen. I want to say 4th gen. I also, you know, went through that spoils because I mean, I was in high school at the time. We had a home computer. And then in my high school, we had laptops that they provided to us, but we didn't really have like wireless, like, you know, Wi-Fi, and we didn't really get that till later on in my high school high school career. when I was a junior, I think. Is when we started getting like Wi-Fi and stuff in our house. Until then, I think we just had like DSL or dial-up. But 5th gen is when I first remember, and you know what? Maybe this is why I didn't enjoy 5th gen as much as most people did. A lot of people love 5th gen, but I remember seeing like all the Pokemon being leaked, and it was a whole new like generation. Like literally, it was all new Pokemon in this, in these games. But I just didn't like the game, and for whatever reason, I had to force myself to play through it. Alright, let's see here. It was the unknown relic one, this one right here. I don't care about no band seed. Excuse me. We'll check the shop, we'll check the bulletin board, etc, etc. And we'll wrap up here. Next episode, guys, I guess we're going back to the Marvelous Sea for Shiny Magikarp. Grab these invitations. Might need to grab some more Reviver Seeds as well. Yeah, definitely. Alright, check out the bulletin board, and then we'll wrap things up. Then, like I said, next episode we'll be heading to the Marvelous Sea, chasing after shiny Magikarps if we can't get lucky. Anything here? Pharaoh, which we don't need. Okay, so Pharaoh's the only one that's a special reward. We don't need Pharaoh. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. In the next episode, we'll be going to, as I've mentioned a couple times already, Marvelous Sea. Until then, I am the Maverick Daniels, bidding you farewell, peace, and one love. Bang!